films don't fit. They're too loud, too weird, and too perverse to play by the rules. They get booed at festivals, banned from cinemas, or vanish into bargain bins. Until suddenly, they don't. They come back. They're quoted, worshipped, and rewatched obsessively. These are cult films. But more than just oddities with a fanbase, they are cinematic acts of rebellion. Cult cinema isn't a genre, it's a title. A title given not by directors or studios, but by audiences. Films that, for various reasons, attract an active and lively communal following. This video essay explores how cult cinema rejects normality, not only in how it looks, but in what it values, and how that rejection of the mainstream can often lead a film to becoming cult. From the Rocky Horror Picture Show to modern successors, these films challenge social norms, liberate outsiders, and redefine the boundaries of community and art. Few films embody the rejection of normality as boldly or as joyfully as the Rocky Horror Picture Show. The film opens when we're introduced to Brad and Janet, classic 1950s archetypes, buttoned up, heterosexual, and repressed. But as the film unfolds, these symbols of normality are slowly and gleefully undone.
Oh, I've tasted blood and I want more. More. I'll put up no resistance. I want to stay the distance.
Under the influence of Frankenfurter's world, their transformation is physical, sexual, and ideological. They surrender to pleasure, fluidity, and theatricality, not in shame, but with liberation.
What's come over me? Whoa, here it comes again.
The Rocky Horror Picture Show is perhaps the most important example of a cult film. Its longevity and participatory fan culture are unrivaled. Rocky Horror doesn't just include deviant behaviour, it glorifies it. The normal world, represented by Brad and Janet's small-town values, is shown to be limited and lifeless. Transgression is framed as joyful, glamorous, and even necessary. This reversal of the moral hierarchy, where the freaks are free and normal is lost, is what makes Rocky Horror so powerful. As audiences dress up, shout back, and dance the time warp,
it's just a jump to the left.
they become part of that same transformation, rejecting shame and embracing strangeness. Overall, of one of the key staples of cult cinema, the Rocky Horror Picture Show demonstrates that mainstream integration isn't always needed to be classified as successful. Sometimes it just depends on who you ask.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
But not all cult films are as flamboyant or celebratory as the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Some reject normality through silence, stillness, and surrealism. These are films that confuse us, unsettle us, and still, we watch them again and again. Donnie Darko, Eraserhead, Brazil, The Holy Mountain, they offer no answers and no clear heroes. They don't just reflect alienation, they earn their cult status because of it. Donnie Darko gives us a protagonist caught between suburban monotony and apocalyptic hallucinations. He's misunderstood, medicated, and displaced. In other words, he's alone, and that loneliness is what resonates. These films don't just depict outsiders, they speak the language of alienation. Their strange visuals, non-linear structures, and tonal dissonance aren't just aesthetics, they're how it feels to live in a world that doesn't make sense. Cult films refuse coherence, and in doing so, offer a kind of freedom mainstream cinema rarely permits. For audiences who feel unseen, these films become mirrors. Not because they explain things, but because they're brave enough not to. Cult cinema is often described as influential, but that's not the point. What matters more than legacy is discovery. A cult film is found, not manufactured. It might fail at the box office, be panned by critics, or disappear altogether.
A little gross, but I liked it.
Well, it was really the grossest film I'd seen.
I think John Waters has got his finger on the pulse of America. I think he's got his thumb securely up America's ass.
I enjoy dirty things as much as everyone else does, but this isn't even dirty, it's just disgusting.
Only to be reborn in midnight screenings, fan blogs, or VHS swaps.
Would you come out at midnight to see it?
Why go home at midnight? What are you going to see there?
Studios can't create cults, they can only hope. What makes a film cult is the way it's reclaimed, by people who see something no one else did, whether it's audiences throwing spoons at the room or dressing up as the dude for The Big Lebowski. Cult films earn their status through diversion, not design. Cult films are identified not by textual features alone, but by the way audiences interact with them. This is where the real rejection of normality lies, not just in the film itself but in its afterlife. Cult cinema defies traditional measures of success. It doesn't ask permission and it doesn't need validation. It survives because somebody saw themselves in it and told a friend. Cult cinema isn't about fitting in, it's about tearing down the norm. These films don't just reject convention, they mock it, demonize it, and in doing so, they create something that lasts. So next time you watch a film that feels wrong, that doesn't follow the rules, don't turn away, lean in, because in rejecting the norm, cult films give us a freedom the mainstream will never understand.